All right. Hello, hello. Whoa, 50 are already here. Holy cow. Hey, everybody. How's everybody going? How is everybody doing tonight? Maritime History, hello. Edwardian, hello. Love Monkey, hello. Tana, hello. Maritime, hey, man. How you doing? How is everybody tonight? New haircut. Yep, I got my haircut. Got my haircut. Did I see a super chat? Yep. Hey, Olivia, thank you for the 5. Here is my weekly nice things to Sam before I start to troll. Nice right pinky toe. I'm a little disturbed. How have you seen my pinky toe? I don't think I've ever shown my feet on camera, and I'm wearing socks. So how did you see my pinky toe? That's kind of disturbing. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? I see you there. History Duck. Okay. I can't. Hold on. It's going way too fast now. 30 seconds, slow mode. There we go. Oh, and just so everybody knows, Lusitania Part 1 is done. I'm sorry, guys. I did not get a new video to all of you last week. Last week was insane. It's just like, I did not like... As I've said before, I really can't do a lot of video editing work whenever I have to work at my part-time job. And I have not had a day off since Tuesday of last week. So I have been slammed. I was able to do some work here and there, but good news is I was off today and Lusitania Part 1 is done. I'm going to release it tomorrow and it's going to release early tonight. As soon as I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to release it from all my Patreon. So my patrons will be able to watch it tonight. I'm going to release it early tomorrow morning for everybody else. So it's done. All right, back to the chat. Back to the chat. Let's see here. Edwardian lines. What if Titanic wouldn't have sank and hit Britannic's mine? Would she have sank the same way? No, she would have rolled over like Britannic did. Because the big thing you have to remember is the Titanic had that 3-degree list to port from the coal, and from the coal fire. And that's what kept the Titanic from sinking or capsizing. So if the Titanic would have hit the mine and went down like Britannic did, I imagine she would have rolled further and further to starboard, and then she would have rolled over and sank just like Britannic did. That's honestly what I think. But then you also have to take into account the differences between the Titanic and the Britannic's watertight doors. So that's a whole other discussion we'd have to talk about. I still have a cough. We have another super chat from David 5. Thank you so much. Love your videos. Take care, man. Say hi to Rosie. I'll do that. And before the live stream's over, I'll show you guys Rosie. Thank you, David. Thank you for the 5. Another 5 from Olivia. Thank you so much. Here we go again. Are you going to start trolling again? Titanic sinking wasn't by an iceberg. I put a model of the Titanic in a bathtub with ice and ran into ice cubes with it, and it didn't sink. While in principle, that's the exact same thing. You're talking about massive size differences here. There's a problem when trying to use a little plastic toy and an ice cube between a massive steel ship and a real iceberg. So there's some problems with your logic there, Olivia, but thank you for this is why I keep breaking my models. I set this down and it clipped. I heard something pop off and I don't know what it was. This is why I can't have nice things. Olivia, thank you for the 5, but I'm going to blame you for that little chip I just put in my model. I'm going to blame you for that. Thomas 5, thank you so much. How about a video on the MV... I'm not even going to try to say that. It sank off Newfoundland. All right, I will add that to the list, and I will try to do a video about that when I get a chance. Lusitania is going to be taking up a lot of my time, but it's on the list. I got you. Thank you so much for the 5, Thomas. I have a hard time pronouncing some of those crazy names. We got 10 from Titanic Lover. Thank you so much. Hi, Sam. I think you should know I have a list of SS Great Eastern facts right beside... Oh, gosh. You and the Great Eastern. All right. Well, I got to be honest with you. I did not get a chance to really do any research on that. I have been very busy with Lusitania. Oh, and I also had to make I made a commercial for my very first sponsor. So I've got that in my next video, and I've got a sponsor review video because they sent me a product to review. So that's coming up soon. But yeah, I've been very busy, but I can't wait to hear your Great Eastern facts, Titanic Lover. And I am going to make a video about that ship eventually. Matthew 5. Ever heard the Daniel J. Morrell? Stern sailed 5 miles farther than the bow after it broke in two. Clocks in the stern stopped 3 hours later than the bow. Seriously? Well, I'm assuming the Daniel J. Morrell, I'm assuming that's a Great Lake freighter just from the name. But I did not know about that. And the stern sailed further. That's crazy. I guess that would have to do with the watertight bulkheads, but I'm definitely going to research that. That would be a very interesting video. Hang on a second. I'm going to add that to the list. And stern section sank much later than bow. I'm going to take a look into that, Matthew. Thank you so much for that. Great Lakes ship. All right. It's got a special place in my notes of list. I need to share with you guys my list. Do y'all want to see that? Michael, too. Thank you so much. Today is the 177th birthday of Isidore Straus. Wow, I had no idea. That's awesome, though. I cannot believe that people actually keep track of all that. That's so cool. 177 years. That's crazy. That's just absolutely insane when you think about it. Humans really don't have that long of lifespans when you really think about it. And it's really creepy and scary at the same time. But that's crazy. Thank you so much for telling me that. I'm glad to add that to my list of things to know. We got that one. We got that one. We got the. Hang on a second. All right, I'm already getting behind. Terry 5, thank you so much. I made it tonight. I've missed the last 2 weeks. No big deal. Welcome to the stream. No model abusing tonight, please. Did they ever find the true cause of the Mary Celeste mystery? As far as I know, they didn't. The most, if I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I did a video on the Mary Celeste. But they think the crew thought they had to abandon ship for a reason because the lifeboat was gone. And they thought that they had to abandon ship in a hurry because I believe the emergency provisions were gone too. So it's like maybe they thought the ship was going to sink. There's a ton of theories out there. Like the pumps were going bad and water was coming in. Like they abandoned the ship in a hurry. Maybe they dropped anchor somewhere and they thought the ship was going to sink. And then when they saw it wasn't, sails caught it and the ship sailed off and left the crew behind. There's a lot of what ifs with it. I'd have to go back and refresh my memory because it was a long time ago I made that video. But I did make a video about the Mary Celeste. Go back and watch that. And I'm sure that'll answer some of your questions. And I'm going to go back and research that now too. Thank you for the 5. Super appreciate you. Who was that again? Terry. Thank you, Terry. Tana 5, thank you so much. Hey, Sam and Rosie. Rosie's in the back room. Video idea. Why did the Titanic have 2 operators for the radio and other ships had 1? You know, that's an interesting idea. Because I know according to the law, you know, they weren't required at the time to have round-the-clock radio operators. But if I had to guess, I would have to say it was probably because of how big the Titanic was and where it's the biggest and most luxurious ship in the world. And they wanted to make sure they had constant radio communication. I imagine passenger communications were a factor because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe wireless communication was very expensive back then. Didn't they charge you by the letter? I can't remember. It was something crazy. But I imagine that it was just for the financial reasons. That's honestly my best guess, but I'd have to research it. Great idea, Tanya. I definitely need to do a video about that at some point. Thank you for the 5. Let's see. Mr. Lusitania, finally a shout out for me. I mean, the Lusitania video upcoming, by the way. That's nice, Lusitania. Olivia 5, it's been 6 days since I was told Sam would troll me back. He hasn't. Oh, well, Sam, you'll be a troll man. All right, well, you know what, Olivia? Hang out in the Discord at the same time that I'm there, and I will definitely unleash some trolls. Talk to Kat or Cold Night. Trust me, I troll her. So trust me, in the right situation, you'll get trolled. You'll get trolled. I am an expert troller. Expert troller. Do you all agree? Let's do a poll topic for Olivia. Am I a good troller? All right, yeah, like jokes and stuff. Ask my community. Let's answer this question for Olivia. Am I a good troller? Yes or no? What do you all think? Am I a good troller? Yes or no? I can't wait to see this. I cannot wait to see this. Am I a good troller? Yes or no? 56. What the? 56% yes. Y'all are supposed to do 100% yes. Y'all are, all right, there we go. 64% yes, no. Okay. See, Olivia, they know. They have 77 votes, 64% yes. So yes, I am a good troller. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you so much for the chat, Olivia. Terry 5, thank you so much. Too late on the model abuse, lol. Dope. Homer Simpson. Oh, well, okay. So you know something, Terry, and to everybody in the chat, I don't know if y'all are going to know this or not, but I don't think I've ever sat down and watched one episode of Simpsons. I really don't think I have. I can't think of, I know I saw the movie forever ago. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Like, that's all I remember. I don't think I've ever watched a single episode of Simpsons. I liked Futurama back in the day. Huh. I'd have to, yeah, I can't remember. I cannot, off the top of my head, think of a single episode of Simpsons. I guess I just never watched it. I'm probably like one of the 1% in the world that's never watched it. Crazy, crazy. Thank you so much for the 5, Terry. Kyle, 5, thank you so much. Sam, great to see you again. Great to see you again, Kyle. Have you heard of the new movie, the new Titanic movie coming out this year? It's called V-Break, directed by Aaron. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm already seeing this as an upcoming meme in my Discord. Disappointed Sam. Disappointed. That's an upcoming meme. I guarantee you, before this night is up, somebody's going to screenshot that and make that a meme. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you for the 5. Nice troll. Haha. Thank you for the support. Titanic Lover, 20. All right, here we go. Great Eastern fact. Great Eastern. All right, fun fact. Did you know the first ship to beat the SS Great Eastern size was the White Star Line Celtic? It took 40 years for the ship to beat the SS Great Eastern inside. Hang on, the Celtic. Baltic, Adriatic, Celtic. The Celtic was one of the big 4, right? Yeah, I'm fairly certain the Celtic was one of the big 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Celtic was one of the big 4. But that's awesome, Titanic Lover. I did not know that. Thank you so much for the 20. We got that one. Got that one. Garth, 5. Thank you so much. I don't know if you've heard of the sinking of the SS Annie. It capsized in the late 90s. SS Annie. I am the ship's. Well, no, the Estonia sank in the 90s too, if I'm not. But yeah, I'm not aware of that right off the top of my head, but I have to look into it. JG3, 5, thank you so much. Hi, Sam. Why is the Lusitania wreck in such bad condition? And also, is the Empress of Ireland wrecked in good or bad shape? You know something? I've never really seen any good photos of the Empress of Ireland wreck. The only photos I've seen of it are of very close-up shots, like of the portholes and stuff. And I believe the Empress of Ireland is laying on her side. Did she roll over on her port or starboard side? I can't remember. I want to say port. I have to double check. But as far as the Lusitania is concerned, there's a lot of theories about that. And the Lusitania has a lot of conspiracies with it and a lot of controversy. But there's one theory that the British were bombing it to cover up evidence because the British were shipping weapons on board the Lusitania and they damaged the wreck. That's one theory. There's another theory that during World War II, warships were mistaking the hull of the Lusitania for a German U-boat, and they were dropping depth charges on it. There's that. And I do believe they did find British depth charges around the wreck of the Lusitania. So I think it was a lot of that stuff. I think that there was just so much, because that was a very heavily operated area during the First and Second World War. And that's what I think happened. I think after the Lusitania hit the bottom, she was in relatively good condition, but then years and all the other random crap that happened to it, I think that's why it's in such bad shape. Great question, by the way, and we will explore that in the video. Black November 8, thank you so much. On Great Eastern's failed launch day, the company wanted to rename her the Leviathan. Brunel replied, I'll call her Tom if you like. Okay. Interesting. Never heard that. All right. Thanks, Black November. Thank you for the 8. Olivia 5. Let's see here. Frederick Walton's invention is still clearly seen on the Titanic. Frederick Walton. I'm drawing a blank here, but it's from Olivia, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a troll content, but I'm going to Google this. I'm half expecting the word Tupperware to show up when Frederick Walton was an English manufacturer, invented. Okay, I'm going to have to research this. I'm not sure what you're trying to say here, but I'm not 100% certain. So anyway, Olivia, thank you for the 5. I'm pretty sure you're making a joke, though. Let's see. Holy moly. Ryan? Holy cow. 400K. Holy cow. Ryan, thank you so much. Dang on, man. Wow. Just thanks, Ryan. Holy. All right. I'm speechless. Just Ryan, thank you. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. And why do I have a bad feeling? Because I haven't read this yet. But why do I have a bad feeling that this message is going to be a troll? Ryan, thank you. The Titanic was, I knew it. I freaking knew it. The Titanic was all a lie. It wasn't. Passengers heard the near my God to thee being played as the ship sank when the lifeboats were too far to hear anything but screams. Not true. Secondly, the coordinates that were sent could have been by the company to deceive anyone knowing the scheme. Oh, so many things wrong with what Ryan just said there. So many things. Like, happy for the awesome super chat, and at the same time, such a big troll. Okay. Meditate, feel better. Ryan, thank you so much for the amazing super chat. Wow, look at my hair after that. Thank you so much for the amazing super chat. I really cannot thank you enough. Words can't describe my thanks. And just thank you for the support. And I'm sure you all enjoy watching me cringe whenever I get comments like this. So, hey, listen, if y'all get entertainment by it, sure thing. Anyway, Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, let's get back to, let's move on. Move on from that. Wow. Okay, the next one. Alex5, thank you so much. I saw on TikTok that Wallace Hartley, excuse me. Hang on, I need a drink. I saw on TikTok that Wallace Hartley was sent a bill for his uniform after he died on the Titanic. Is that true? I've never heard that. And from what I've heard about TikTok, I've never used it myself, but I've heard that a lot of false information, like videos where people just try to make, because correct me if I'm wrong, but TikTok's just a bunch of short videos, right? So people like to make short videos in order to attract attention or clicks or views or whatever. And then they'll say random stuff without people really fact checking or anything. So anything that I hear from TikTok, I'm a little bit skeptical about it. Not saying everything is wrong on it, but I've heard stories. So just be careful about that. But at the same time, I have never heard that Wallace Hartley's family was charged for his uniform on the Titanic. I've never heard that. And honestly, I can't imagine that being the case. So yeah, I doubt it. Alex. Thank you for the 5. Black November 8, thank you so much. There's an urban legend during the scrapping of the Great Eastern, a riveter's skeleton was found sealed in the ship's hull. I have never heard that. Actually, I feel like I did hear, like in a distant memory, like this is a distant memory, but I feel like I did hear someone that there was somebody building a ship and he got trapped inside the hull and they left him there. I feel like I did hear that before. I cannot remember what ship it was. I can't remember if this is a real memory or not. And I completely forgot about it until you just said that. But if I think long and hard, I feel like I remember hearing somewhere that there was a ship that was being built and a man got trapped within the hull as they were building it. And he was tapping on the hull. Like they could hear him tapping on it, but they ignored him. But I can't imagine somebody doing that. I cannot imagine somebody being trapped inside of a ship and tapping and nobody trying to help. I can't imagine that happening. And I mean, who would do that? Who would leave somebody in the hull of a ship being built? I mean, take the hull off, take the panel off, get him out. I don't know. I feel like that's a distant memory, but I'd have to look into it. Thank you so much, Black. Let's see. Here we go. Kasi 10, thank you so much. Spent my entire weekend at Fairfield Hills. Don't know if you remember me telling you about it before. Spent my entire week at Fairfield Fields. Don't know if you remember me telling you about it before. The server is hooked on it now. Hope you talk about it during a couple of games of Battlefield. Sure thing, Kasi. Thank you so much for the 10. And we will play Battlefield again very, very soon. We do need to do that, man. I've been so busy lately. But Kasi, thank you for the 10, and we will play Battlefield again very, very soon, my friend. Terry 5, thank you so much. I did watch your Mary Celeste video, and it was actually what led me to your videos. Awesome, thank you. I still say you need to have a series on History or Discovery Channel. Thanks so much, Terry. That really means a lot. Mary Celeste was, without a doubt, one of the toughest videos I've ever done, just simply because I'm not as familiar with that era of ships. And I've spent most of my life studying like the Olympic class, the Titanic, Olympic, Britannic, like this class of ships. And when I was working on my Lusitania video, which I'm releasing tonight for patrons, for the Patreon, this was teaching me a lot because the Lusitania, like my upcoming Lusitania video is about 10 minutes long and it's a complete timeline series. And I never got to the ship being built. Like I stopped the video before construction on the Lusitania even began because it took 10 minutes for me to explain the politics and what was going on in the late 1890s to the early 1900s. I mean, there was just so much I had to explain in order for you all to properly understand the Lusitania. I mean, good grief what I learned about IMM, the International Mercantile Marine Company. I mean, JP Morgan was trying to build a monopoly into the transatlantic market. I mean, there's no other word for it. I could not get over it. And the Cunard line, the Lusitania and the Mauritania were basically the Cunard line's best hope to fight IMM. I mean, I could not get over all of that. But yeah, so I had to research all that. Like anytime I do something that's not on a topic I'm familiar with, it takes a lot longer. And today was the first chance I really had to dive into the video. But I hope you all like Lusitania Part 1 when I release it tomorrow. Thank you so much, Terry, for the 5. We got that. We got that. Got that one. Got that one. Joshua, 2. Thank you so much. Was JJ Astor crushed by the first funnel? We don't really know. Where was JJ Astor last seen? I believe he was seen on the boat deck. I can't remember exactly where, but I believe he was last reported somewhere on the port side of the Titanic as the final plunge began. Did they recover JJ Astor's body? I really can't remember. But I feel like they did, and I don't believe that would have been possible if he was crushed by the first funnel. Hang on a second. Did they recover JJ Astor's body from Titanic? Let me see here. In the aftermath of the sinking, no, I don't think they did. Was JJ Astor's body? No, John Jacob Astor's body was recovered from the sea on Monday, the 22nd of April by the crew of another ship. Okay, so he was found. So I don't think that they would have been able to recover his body if he would have been crushed by one of the funnels. So I doubt it. Thank you so much for the 2, Joshua. Titanic lover, 20. Oh boy, here comes another fact. Second fact, did you know the SS Great Eastern had to be launched sideways because if it was launched normally, the entire bow would have been destroyed, and the ship was too big to fit in any dock? Titanic lover, you convinced me. I'm doing a video on the SS Great Eastern very soon because, excuse me, the more you guys tell me about this ship, the more interested I'm getting with. That's your all's plan, isn't it? That's your all's plan to get me fascinated with this new ship. But anyway, Titanic lover, that video will be coming very, very soon. Leslie, hi Sam. I have a piece of the Olympics pine wood decking. That's awesome, man. Super, super awesome. Let's see. Be sure you share a photo of that on my Discord. I'm curious if it looks like my piece of the Olympics decking. Let's see. I feel like we're missing a lot of super chats here. Hang on a second. We got that one, got that one. And yeah, we are. Okay, hang on. Hold on. Whoa. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm so far behind on these super chats. It takes me a second to figure it out. 5. Here we go. Frederick from Olivia. Frederick Walston did have an invention on board. If I'm lying, I'll donate the Historic Travels jacket to someone. If I'm not, you owe me a jacket. Frederick Walton did have an invention on board. All right, Olivia, I will research. I don't know who that is. So I will go in and research him and find out. And I feel like once I read about him, I'm going to be like, I didn't know who that was. But anyway, if you're serious, which I'm still somewhat hesitant on, if you're serious, I'll let you know. All right. We'll check that out in the next live stream, Olivia. Thank you for the 5, but I'll be sure to research it. Do me a favor, Olivia. Message me on Discord whenever you see me active and let me know that I'm active. Like, let me know, remind me to do it. Hang on a second. Hey guys, audio check. Is my mic working okay? Audio check, guys. Is my mic working all right? Yes or no? Testing. I saw somebody say that my audio wasn't working. Is my mic good? Check. Testing. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I saw somebody say the audio wasn't working, so that apparently was a troll. All right, let's go back to the super chats. Thank you, everybody. We got that one. Hang on a second. Okay, Olivia, there we go. 20 from Itaki. Thank you so much for the 20. Sam, did you know that the Great Eastern was the biggest billboard in the world at the time? Thanks to Part-Time Explorer for that one, lol. Okay, I do believe somebody told me about that. Did Tom Linsky make a video about the Great Eastern? I did not know that. I'll have to research that. I haven't seen that one. He's uploaded a few videos that I haven't had a chance to watch lately, but I will definitely try to catch up. Tom Linsky makes some good videos. Kyle, 5, thank you so much. Now here's an actual question, Sam. If the Titanic was under a different captain, would she suffer the same fate or go down a different path and survive? Ooh, that is a tough question. Well, here's the thing you have to remember. As the Titanic was steaming towards New York City, Captain Smith did receive some ice warnings, and he was very concerned about ice fields up ahead. So Captain Smith did have the Titanic change course and head further south than what the Titanic was originally planned. Now, if the Titanic hadn't changed course, she would not have encountered the iceberg that sunk her. So we're in the whole what if era now. Like, Would the Titanic have encountered an iceberg that would have caused a different iceberg and caused it to sink? Would the Titanic have encountered any ice at all? But based on the course the Titanic was on before it changed course, it was, I believe it was heading into a thicker field of ice. And that's why Captain Smith diverted further south. So maybe the Titanic would have went right through that ice field and not encountered a berg, but she definitely wouldn't have hit the berg that sunk her in the real tragedy. So if it wasn't Captain Smith and it was another captain, who knows? You know, the Titanic was a very big series of events that led up to the tragedy. It was a series of this small event happened, this small event happened, this small event happened, and it led up to the ultimate disaster that was the sinking of the Titanic. So great question, by the way. And while I'm talking about that, I get so far behind on these super chats. Michael 1, thank you so much. Titanic Lover 50, holy cow, man. Thanks so much, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cool fact. Did you know a person was thrown off the SS Great Eastern for too much cargo? Cargo was means and the person... Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a good one. Oh, that was a good one. Titanic Lover, I toast you. I toast you for that one. All right, let's do this. I toast you. That's awesome. Thank you for the 50 Titanic Lover. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Black November. 8, thank you so much. Stoker Arthur John Priest was on the Olympic-class ships the exact same time as Violet Jessup and survived 2 more shipwrecks. He died of pneumonia in 1937. John Priest, I feel like I heard about him. Was he the one who was in the exact same lifeboat as Violet Jessup on the Britannic? There was a man who was on board the Britannic with Violet Jessup, and I'm pretty sure he was a Titanic star. Maybe it was him. Was he in the exact same lifeboat as Violet Jessup that got pulled into the propeller of Britannic? I cannot remember, but I do remember hearing about that. There was another Titanic survivor on the Britannic. John Priest does sound familiar, though. That might have been him. That might have been him. But hey, thank you for the super chat. I will definitely research that. Thank you so much, man. Heat 10, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, in what scenario and in your opinion, when would it have been worth it to salvage what we can from the Titanic before it's red? Wait. Hey, Sam, in what scenario and in your opinion, when would it be worth it to salvage what we can from the Titanic before it's a red stain on the ocean floor? I know a good chunk of the hull is buried. To be perfectly honest with you, and thank you for the 10, Heat. To be perfectly honest with you, I think that they should go in and try to save what they can now, to be honest with you. I mean, I think because the Titanic is in a rapid state of decay, and they need to be respectful, you know, because like initially I was very much, they only, as far as I know, you know, they only ever recovered artifacts from the Titanic that were thrown from the ship as the ship plummeted to the seafloor. And they never took any items from directly inside the Titanic. And I thought that was good. You know, they're recovering artifacts to tell the story, but they're also respecting the history of the Titanic. And I completely support that. But now, with the rate that the Titanic is decaying, if we don't start recovering some items, they will be lost to history. And like I said in my video where I toured that Titanic museum in Orlando, seeing items from the Titanic is really a part of what keeps the story of the Titanic alive. So as long as they're respectful to the site, you know, I would think that those who were involved with the Titanic would want their story to be told for generations to come. So they have to respect the ship. Remember, the Titanic is a tomb. But then, you know, if they want to recover a few small things here and there, like the radio, the Marconi radio and stuff, and a few things here and there from inside the ship to further remember the story of the Titanic, then I'm okay with it. You know, just remember the Titanic is a tomb and be respectful to it. And don't tear up the ship, you know. Leave the ship in as good condition as possible, respect the history, and then try to preserve some of it. I hope that explains. That's my opinion on it in recent times. Great question, by the way. Great question. Y'all are killing it tonight. Pakuni, 5, thank you so much. Do you know how Frederick Fleet died? Pretty sad. Frederick Fleet originally. I do not know. Frederick Fleet, yeah, he did survive the sinking. He did, right? I'm like 99% certain he did. Frederick Fleet, Titanic. I'm having a mind blank moment. Died, yeah, January 10th, 1965. Yeah, he did. I do not know how he died. Didn't he, he did have depression really bad, if I'm remembering correctly. Am I right? Thank you for the 5. Let's see. Ashley, too. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm late. I hope your night is going well. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 2. Super appreciate you, my friend. We got that one. We got that one. And here we go. We got to get caught up again. Am I actually catching? No, I'm not. Holy cow. I'm nowhere near caught up. We got that one. We got that one. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up on these super chats. I'm so far behind. This happens every live stream. Like I can't keep up with the live stream or with the live chat. David 5, thank you so much. Did the Titanic basically sink in Canadian waters because the ship was too close to Canada when it? No, I don't believe so. The Titanic was 400 miles south of Newfoundland, so it was fairly far away from Canada. So it was in the cold waters of the Gulf Stream, but I don't believe that applies to Canadian waters. But if I'm wrong, correct me. Thank you for 5, David. We got that. We got that one. Black November 8. I should have sent you the link for the Lusitania facts I told you last stream, rmslusitania.info. Could be helpful for your research. Thanks so much, Black November, and I will definitely check that out. Please send me a message about that in my Discord because I'm using websites online. Wikipedia is very helpful, and I'm also using the Lusitania book Dead Wake. It's about the last crossing of the Lusitania. Extremely helpful. So all of this stuff is going to play a factor in my Lusitania research. Thanks so much for the 8, Black November. Tom 5, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, did you ever hear about the billionaire? Yes, I did. I did, Pimprop. Thank you. Hey, Sam, did you ever hear about the billionaire Clyde Palmer building a full working replica of a billionaire Clyde Palmer's building a full working replica of the Titanic? Is it still happening? Oh, the Australian billionaire. Yeah. I've heard about it. But I heard about it like he was talking about that when I was in high school, or not high school, when I was in college, like back in like 2012, 2013, like I first heard about that. And it keeps getting delayed. It keeps getting pushed back. And I've talked about it before that I'm not a fan of it because the Titanic is a dinghy by modern day ship standards. And there's absolutely no reason to rebuild this ship. And if he was building a building that looked like the Titanic, and was true to the story of the Titanic, kept the history alive and everything, and it was like a museum, I'd be more okay with it. But them just building a ship that looks like it, I mean, they can't legally rebuild an exact replica of the Titanic and it'd be legal to sell it and sail it because it wouldn't be. It would be a modern cruise ship or ocean liner or whatever that looks like the Titanic on the outside and maybe some rooms on the inside look like it. But I don't know. I don't feel like it would tell the story of the Titanic, and I feel like they're just trying to capitalize on it, which I don't like. As I said, I'd be more pro to it being a building, so it could be a museum, and then they could make it true to life to the Titanic, so we could see what life was like on board the ship in 1912, because you could not legally rebuild the Titanic today and it'd be legal to sail on it. Illegal to operate. You just could not. The style of life choices, like quality of life, the quality of life standards are way different now than they were in 1912. So I guarantee you in some of the rooms on the Titanic, they are very archaic by today's standards. So that's my opinion on that. Thank you for the 5, Tom. Lisa 5, thank you so much. I've heard of musicians charge for their uniforms rumor before, and articles about it exist, but with none. Wait, I've heard the musicians charge for uniforms rumors before, and articles about it exist, but none with photos or letters. So who knows? I'd have to research that. I really would. I feel like that wouldn't surprise me when knowing what I know about the White Star Line, but I can't imagine them charging anything for it after the ship went down. So I'd have to research that. But thank you for the 5, Lisa. Mako 5, thank you so much. Wouldn't people still die from the Titanic if they jumped out of the stern at a high rate when it was climbing up? Yeah. So you have to remember, depending on how high you are, when you jump into water, it can be like hitting concrete. So that's one thing you have to think of. But if, let's say they're at the very stern of the Titanic, and as the ship is beginning to climb higher and higher up out of the water, I've heard that the way that the life jackets were designed, they didn't, the life jackets at the time, they didn't really, what's the right word? Like if they hit water, they didn't go under and then slowly pull you back up. It's like as soon as the life jacket hit the water, like this is the water surface and this is a person jumping, the life jacket hits the water, the life jacket stops. But you're going down, you're heavier than the life jacket, so you're not going to stop. So I've heard that in some cases, if somebody jumped from the back of the Titanic as if the stern was climbing up, if they hit the water, the life jacket would shoot upward, and there was a very high probability that it would literally break their neck. So that's one thing I've heard, and very unsettling to think about. But yeah, Mako, that's one thing to learn, keep in mind about that. And also jumping in the water from very high, it's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Thank you for the 5, Mako. Olivia, 5, thank you so much. Who was supposed to take over captaining the Titanic after Smith? You know, Olivia, that's a good question, and I am not sure. Who was supposed to take over captain of Titanic after Smith? Let's see if that loads up anything. Excuse me. And I don't see anything. I don't see anything on Google. I don't even know if that was decided yet, but I would probably guess maybe the captain of the Olympic at the time. I forgot his name. I'd have to double check, but that would be that would be my best guess, is probably the captain of another White Star Line ship like the Olympic. But great question, Olivia. No troll for once. Nice. Terry, 5, thank you so much. Can I trust Part-Time Explorer's video? I was watching a few of them and I had questions about his Titanic videos. Oh, yeah. Tom Linsky knows what he's talking about with Titanic. You can 100% trust him. Me and him have collaborated on videos before. Like while I'm researching something, I'll contact you. Like, we text message and stuff like that. So absolutely. Tom Linsky is one of the best experts on Titanic, in my opinion. He knows his stuff. Thank you so much for the 5, Terry. The cutting room floor, 5. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday, Sam. Happy Sunday, cutting room floor. Did you know the models from Raise the Titanic still holds the record? Sorry, guys. I can't believe I'm still coughing so much. I even tried my honey trick. Happy Sunday, Sam. Did you know the model from Raise the Titanic still holds the record as the largest ever built, even bigger than the James Cameron? I did not. And don't hate me for saying this, but I've never watched Raising the Titanic. That is absolutely something that I need to do. That's one of those movies that I've been meaning to watch. I just never got around to it. But one of my favorite movies from that whole era is the James Cameron Abyss movie. I love that movie. But yeah, I'll definitely watch Raising the Titanic at some point. Definitely will. Thank you so much for the 5, my friend. Kyle, 5, thank you so much. How was it the Titanic was still able to sail during the coal strike of 1912? Wouldn't they have had to shut down all ships during that time? Because they... I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. Guys, give me just a second. I'm going to get another spoonful of honey because that sometimes helps me with my coughing. 1 second. Be right back. All right, let's see if that helps. I've heard that if you take a spoonful of honey, that can help soothe your throat so you don't cough as much. And I already feel better. Wow. Kyle, 5, how was it the Titanic was able to still sail during the coal strike of 1912? Wouldn't they have had to shut down all ships during that time? They transferred coal from other ships to help out with the Titanic. I believe before the Titanic set sail, the coal strike had actually just been solved. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. But what they ended up doing was they transferred coal from other ships and loaded them onto the Titanic so the Titanic would have enough coal to complete its voyage. I believe Eva Hart was transferred from another ship that had its coal taken to Titanic so she could be on that ship. But yeah, that's how. They just transferred coal from other ships. The White Star Line was definitely not going to let the Titanic miss its maiden voyage because of a coal shortage. That wasn't what they were going to do. Thank you so much for the 5, Kyle. Wow, that honey really did help. Wow, I'm not coughing at all now. Dang on. Remember that, guys. If you're ever coughing a lot, just a spoonful of honey. That really helps soothe your throat. Titanic Lover 20, thank you so much. Wait. Where'd it go? I lost it. Hang on. Where'd that check go? There we go. Did you know that during a storm that broke the rotor and the paddles of the SS Great Eastern, the captain remained at the helm, and also the SS Great Eastern could go 14 knots? I did not know that. As soon as I say that the honey helped, I start coughing. But I did not know that, Titanic Lover. Thank you for the 20. And I'm definitely going to start researching the SS Great Eastern. Thank you so much for the 20, Titanic Lover. Super appreciate you, my friend. Love Monkey 5, thank you so much. Sam, I promise I'm not trolling. Stare. If they made a movie about the Costa Concordia and asked you to play Captain Scatino, would you consider it? You know what? Probably not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be cool to be in a movie, but I really don't think I would like that. That's just me. I don't think I would do it. I don't think I would do it. I don't think I would like to have my face associated with that. Just saying. Anyway, Love Monkey, thank you for the 5. Thank you for that. That was something, that was a question that I never considered. Ashley, too, thank you so much. I think Frederick Fleet committed suicide. Did he really, Ashley? I had no idea. I'll have to go back and research that. But I do remember that he had depression, or I heard that he had depression somewhere. But that's really sad, Ashley. But thank you for telling me about that. And thank you for the 2. That is really sad. I wonder, was it depression because of the Titanic? Was that what gave him depression so bad? Or did something else happen later in life that caused him to feel so bad about that? Anyway, Ashley, thank you so much. And I'm going to definitely research his life. Super sad. Maritime History, thank you so much for the 10. Hello, Sam. Today is the 1-year anniversary since I found your channel. That's awesome, man. I can't believe you kept up with that. That's awesome. It's crazy how much your channel has grown. Thank you for the great content. Hey, Maritime History, thank you for everything too, my friend. You've added so much to these live streams. It's so much fun to, goof off with you during these live streams and during the Q&As and all that. Like, Maritime History, you definitely bring a lot to these live streams, man, and this channel wouldn't be the same without you. So keep doing what you do. You're awesome, and thank you so much for the support, my friend. Just thank you. To all of you out there, thank you, because I seriously could not do this without all of you. I mean, I really couldn't. So just thanks to all of you guys. Y'all are awesome. Just thank you. Olivia 5. Okay, with a building that looks like the Titanic, check out the Titanic Museum in Branson. The building was designed after the barrel section. I haven't been to the Branson one, but I have been to the one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and that one was awesome. When I went there, and thank you for the 5, Olivia. When I went there, it was a long time ago. Was I 18 or 19? I know I was younger, much younger. And when I went there, I toured the museum and everything. And oh, listen. I wasn't going to be super critical, but like when they had people telling the story of the Titanic, I was like, just imagine that there's a huge crowd of people right here. Okay. And we've got a guy over here telling the story of the Titanic. I was standing at the back because even then I was skeptical as to how much Titanic history people knew. So while this guy is over here talking about the Titanic, I'm standing back here in the crowd and I'm standing back here, and that was Lamp's fault. But I'm standing right here, and I'm just listening to the guy talking, and I'm secretly like, okay, he got that right. Like, just mentally, I was impressed. The guy knew his stuff. The guy who was giving us the tour knew his stuff. So I was very impressed at the time, which doesn't always happen whenever I listen to people talk about the Titanic. But anyway, Olivia, thank you for the 5. And that museum is awesome. At least I need to check out the Branson one, but the one I went to in Tennessee, very impressed. Chris, where did the ropes for the flags that flew from the Titanic's mast, such to the one on the well, where did the ropes for the Titanic that flew from the Titanic's mast attach to the well deck? I'm building a 1/200 model and can't find plans on them. Hang on a second. I'm not 100% certain, but I can at least show you how it is on my model. So I don't know if you're building it from scratch or not, but yeah. So this is if you want to pause this video later so you can come back and look at it, but that's where all the ropes go from the mast down to the forward well deck. And they have other ropes that attach around the first funnel and stuff. This model was supposed to have the cable that went from both the masts, but this model Titanic, this kit came from the 1960s. So yeah, that rope was just old. But yeah, just pause this video so you can see where the ropes go. And here's how it is on the stern section. So I hope that helps for you, man. I hope that helps. And be sure you post photos of that model when it's done. I would love to see it. Thank you so much, Chris. Titanic Lover 5. I created the SS Great Eastern after he heard the ship exploded. He had a stroke. I created the SS Great Eastern after he heard the ship exploded. He had a stroke. It's a sad fact. I created the SS Great Eastern. I'm not sure what you're saying here. SS Great Eastern. I'm not sure what that is. Titanic Lover, thank you for the 5. And who had a stroke? That's sad to hear. But who was that? Titanic Lover, thank you for the 5. Jake 1, thank you so much, my friend. And are we caught? No, we're not. It's like it's deleting the super chats until I scroll all the way to the very bottom, and then I can get caught up. Terry 5, thank you so much. Raising the Titanic was very cheesy. They raised it as a whole ship and not even broke in half. I do not recommend it. Well, Terry, you have to remember the time at which Raising the Titanic was filmed, because back then the general consensus was the Titanic sunk in one piece. It didn't sink. It didn't split in two. Now, that should have never happened. There were so many people who said the Titanic broke. But, in the 80s, in the early 80s, before the wreck was filmed, Raising the Titanic was filmed before the wreck was found, I believe. Hang on a second. When was Raising the Titanic filmed? Raising the Titanic, August 1st, 1980. So, it was filmed around almost 5 years before the wreck was found. So, the general consensus was that the ship sank intact. So I don't think it's really fair to judge it on the ship isn't broken in two. Remember, A Night to Remember even depicted the ship sinking intact. So it should have never been said that the Titanic sunk intact, because there's so much testimony where people said it broke, but most people wouldn't know that at the time. You'd have to be really dedicated to Titanic research to know that in 1980. Anyway, Terry, thank you for the 5. Michael 5, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, hope all is well. I'm doing well, Michael. Hang on, let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Heart beating, check. Air in my lungs, check. Yep, I'm good. Let's see. This is a genuine question, but how were the survivors on the boats able to hear the band playing over all of the chaos? Well, not all of them did. And most of it, only lifeboats that could have been able to hear the band playing were the ones that were closest. And I believe, was the band on the starboard side? I'm pretty sure they were on the starboard side. That's where it was. And there were survivors still on the Titanic who would get off the ship who testified that the band played. And there were a few lifeboats close to the Titanic during the final moments, but not many. And it all depends on where you were. Some people heard it, some people didn't. But I believe it more came from people who were on the ship. Which lifeboat did Eva Hart escape in? Because I believe she said that she could hear the band playing. And it was also Eva Hart who she said she could hear music playing, okay? And Eva Hart was 7 when the Titanic went down. And she said that she heard them playing a song, when she was in the lifeboat, but she couldn't place what the song was. And then like months later or something, she said that she was in church with her grandmother. And the church choir began to, in the orchestra, they began to play and sing Near My God to Thee. And when Eva Hart heard that, she had a panic attack, because she's like, that's it. That's it. That's what I heard. And she ran out of the church screaming, and her grandmother came out like there were just tears coming down her face. I believe that's what she said. It was something like that. But her grandmother was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she's like, that's what they played. That's what I heard them playing as the ship was going down. So, I believe 100% that they played Near My God to Thee during the final moments. So I hope that answered your question pretty well. It all depends on where you were at the time, Let's see here. We got that one. Vigar, NOK 100. I think that's about 10. Thank you so much. What books about the Titanic would you recommend? I just bought On a Sea of Glass. I haven't really had any books that I absolutely hate of Titanic. There's like the Illustrated History of Titanic. I like that. One of my personal favorites is the Titanic art book by Ken Marshall, if you can find a copy of it. That is one of my all-time favorites. Just he's a maritime painter, like historian and painter, and he just does incredible work. But On a Sea of Glass is definitely the book that I keep handy. It's definitely the book that I think most accurately talks about the Titanic, but there's a lot of good ones. It just depends on what you're looking for. There's books that talk about the wreck. There's one book that I'm planning to read called The Two Pennies. There was a man, what was his name? Tommy Miller. Tommy Miller was one of the men who helped build Titanic. And he was going to go and work on the ship during its maiden voyage. And while Titanic was being built, he lost his wife to, she had, what was it? She had some kind of a heart disease. And anyway, it was so after his wife passed, it was just him and his 2 boys. And right before he got on the Titanic, he gave them 2 pennies and told them, "These are yours, a penny each. Don't spend them until I come back. We'll be even richer then." And he would die on Titanic. But there's a book now called The 2 Pennies, and it's about those boys. So that's one that I've been meaning to read, and I would recommend that one. It's on Amazon. Just type in 2 Pennies Titanic. You'll see it. But yeah, there's all kinds of good Titanic books. I have yet to see one that I absolutely hate. And I'm coughing again. Let's see. We got that. We got that one. Hang on a second, guys. Holy moly, I'm still so far behind. All right, Titanic Lover 10, thank you so much. The SS Great Eastern had a curse. If you own the ship, you would go bankrupt because every company went bankrupt. Titanic Lover, you've convinced me, all right? I'm definitely going to look into the Great Eastern. I definitely am. That's crazy. I think that's your favorite ship. The way I am with Titanic, you're like that with the Great Eastern, aren't you? Thanks, Titanic Lover. Appreciate you. Another 5. Titanic Lover. I meant the creator of the SS Great Eastern has. Oh, that's what you meant. All right. I couldn't tell what you meant. Like there were some typos there. But that's really sad, man. I hate to hear that. But I can't. I'm definitely going to research the SS Great Eastern. You have awakened my curiosity for the SS Great Eastern. Thank you, Titanic Lover. Titanic Lover 5. After he heard the ship explode. Okay. Thank you. Blondin 10, welcome back, Blondin. I don't think I've seen you in a while. How you doing? What do you think the condition of the GSC is on the Britannic? I don't hear much about it. GSC, are you referring to the Grand Staircase? I think that's what you're referring to. I don't hear much about it. I think the cover over the dome is intact, but I'm not sure. That is something that I have been very curious about. I really have no idea what the condition of the Grand Staircase would be on the Britannic, and that is something that I would absolutely love to figure out. I would absolutely love to know what happened to the Grand Staircase. And I also would like to know, I wonder what happened to the Britannic. I'm sure it did, but now that I think about it, I wonder about the Britannic's aft Grand Staircase. Is that in the Patroness of the Mediterranean game? I can't remember. I never looked for it, so I need to go check that out. Because the aft Grand Staircase, at least in the hospital ship configuration, it's not visible. Like, here's the aft Grand Staircase on the Titanic right there. There's the structure for it. But on the Britannic, in its hospital ship configuration, it's covered by lifeboats. So does that mean that the dome of the aft Grand Staircase didn't let any light through because of the lifeboats? Was it sealed up? I'd like to check that out. I'm actually very curious about the aft Grand Staircase on Britannic now. But honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what the condition of the Grand Staircase on Britannic would be, and I would love for them to send an ROV in there to go and check it out. But I imagine it's probably not in as bad condition as Titanic, but I doubt much of it's still there. A great question, Blondin. I'm very curious about that. Matthew 2, thank you so much. Will you ever do a video of the HMS Hood and Bismarck? Absolutely. That video is 100% coming at some point. I'm definitely going to get to it. That's going to be my very first warship video that I cover. But yes, I'm absolutely going to cover the Hood and the Bismarck. Definitely, Matthew. Dustin 20, thank you so much. Hi, Sam. Histobrick is now taking pre-orders for a minifigure of Captain Edward John Smith. He would make a great companion for your Lego Titanic collection. Lego Titanic model. That's awesome. I've been meaning to purchase a Histobrick model. I haven't bought any yet. But I am definitely familiar with him and his work, and I would love to get one of his models someday. Thank you so much for the 20, Dustin. Super appreciate you. Hang on a second. Smith. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it. Histobrick. I'm going to try to find a picture of it. And it didn't pop up. All right, I'll look for it later. Thank you so much for the 20, Dustin. Taylor 5, thank you so much. So I watched an Aaron 1912 video and then threw up for the next few hours. The doctor says I'll be lucky if I make it past 40. Taylor, I'm going to tell you this. And I'm actually watching the live chat right now because I want to see your all's reaction. I tried to watch a Brightside video. About 2 or 3 weeks back, I tried to watch a Brightside Titanic. And I was like, oh, gosh. Like, I mean, I was like, are they really like, because I'd seen a few videos, like, or I'd seen bits of one, but I'm like, I'm going to try to get through a Brightside Titanic. And anybody who was in the Discord at the time, they were seeing me like typing like, no, like, I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I mean, and yet those videos get millions and millions of views. Like, it's very frustrating, that these people do this stuff. And, anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. You get 100% what I'm trying to say. I think I told that story before. All right, let's get back to the super chat. Thank you for the 5, Taylor. J5 would love to see Raise the Titanic remade. The book was way better. The one thing I did really like was the soundtrack. It was pretty good. I didn't even know they had a book. That's awesome, Jay. Thank you so much for letting me know about that. I'm definitely going to check out that movie when I get a chance, Jay. Thank you so much for the 5, my friend. Let's see. Joe, 5. Thank you, JG3. Very. Okay, I kind of get it. Let's see here. Olivia, 5. A donation has been made in your name to the Society of Titanic Vibrate Truth Seekers. Aaron 19. I did not put my name on that, Olivia. I did not, okay? I did not put my name on that. Olivia, thank you for the 5. Titanic Lover, 50. Holy cow, man. Holy cow, Titanic Lover. Thanks so much. Okay, I'm going to tell you a fact about the Titanic. So did you know? Nope, I'm going to tell you a fact about the Titanic. So did you know? Nope, I'm going to talk about the SS Great Eastern. Did you know it took 2 years for the ship to be fully scrapped? I did not. Thanks so much, Titanic Lover. Just thank you for the support, my friend. All of you doing super chats, thank you so much. You know your SS Great Eastern stuff, and that is definitely something I'm going to cover in the near future. Does anybody know? Can I get a good model of the SS Great Eastern? I wonder if I can. And I think we're almost caught up. We got that one. 2 from Joe. Thank you so much. And all right, we are all caught up on these super chats. And we are coming up on the 1 hour mark. So are you all ready for this week's Q&A time? Are you all ready to do this week's Q&A? Yes or no? Do you all want to do a Q&A tonight? Dun, 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 dun. Y'all want a Q&A? Q&A. Woo! All right. Before we do that, let me see Rosie. Let me check on Rosie. Let me see what she's doing so you all can see Rosie tonight. Titanic Lover 5. It would be my pleasure to give you an SS Great Eastern model. I have like 2. Thanks so much, Titanic Lover, man. I'd really like to see that, man. Like, send me some pictures of it, man. And I don't want to take one of your models, but if you like if you want to send me one, maybe I could use it in my video and mail it back to you. I mean, I don't want to deprive you of one of your models, man. But message me in Discord and we'll talk. I would definitely love to see that. Hang on a second. Let me go check on Rosie. Rosie, you like blend in with the furniture. I want you guys to see something. Rosie was completely blending in with my furniture. Here for a second. Hang on a second. There's $2 from Salk. Thank you so much. Want to get back. See you on Discord, Sam. Thanks so much, Salk. Thank you for the 2. All right, so we're gonna check on Rosie now. Rosie, you completely blend in with the furniture. I didn't even recognize you. Okay. Here's Rosie, everybody. Rosie, your fans want to see you. Ah, there she is. There's Rosie, completely blending in with all the furniture and all this stuff. I got all these blankets, loose blankets all over the place. Rosie, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Rosie, you're YouTube famous. You know that? All right, let's get to the Q&A. Let's get to the Q&A. Let me. I left a list in my other room. 1 second, guys. All right, so I wasn't able to get as many questions tonight. I've been working on Lusitania all day, but I've got some good, challenging questions here, and let's see how you all do tonight. All right, so remember, here are the rules. I ask a question. Do not answer the question until I type the word go in the chat. Otherwise, I will not count it. So make sure you do that. So when I type, so when you see go, hang on, did I? Oh, was there more super chats? Oh, shoot. We got some super chats. Black November 8, thank you so much. There's a mini series called The 7 Wonders of the Industrial World. The Great Eastern is the first episode. My grandpa bought me the DVD in the mid-2000s. Thanks so much for telling me, Black November. I will definitely check that out. I wonder if it's on YouTube. That'd be very helpful in a video. Black November, thank you. And Titanic Lover 5. So you know it's me in Discord. I always have the SS Great Eastern on the end. Awesome, Titanic Lover. Thank you for the 5. I'll see you in there. So remember, when you see the word go pop up like you just did in the chat, that means you answer a question. I type go and I ring the bell. If you answer the question before that, I will not count it. So remember that, guys. Remember that very important thing. All right, I'm going to disable the slow mode now, so please don't spam. Save. Slow mode is disabled. Chat away. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so first question of tonight, and we're going to make this a, wait, hang on. 5 from Olivia. You are the nicest YouTuber ever. Thanks so much, Olivia. Your facts are always great and accurate. I can't wait for your next video. We'd love... You got me. You got me. I completely thought you were being sincere for a second. Well, FYI, my sister is incredibly nice and she makes incredible videos. She makes incredible. So Rachel will really appreciate the compliment. But Olivia, you completely got me there. I was so happy. I'm like, Olivia is being so sincere. And then a bombshell dropped on me. Ashley, Q&A time needs a theme song. All right, I'll definitely get into that. That's actually a good idea. Like, we could do like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Linus Tech Tips, but they do they have a troll. They do a show, a live stream once a week called The WAN Show, and they have an intro. I think I need to look into that. That's awesome. Hang on a second. Mr. Lusitania, lesson learned. Read comment quickly before officially reading it. Especially from Olivia. Am I right? Especially from Olivia. All right. Hang on. Titanic lover 5. I don't know what I would do if this does not exist. Wait, I don't know what I would do if this does not exist. You're the best. Essay screen. Haha, very funny. Actually, you know something. And everybody, I'm going to do a poll topic and let me know what you all think. Olivia says I've never trolled her. Okay. But if you all recall, I did do a thing where Olivia sent me a troll message and I said, okay, just because of that, we're not doing a Q&A tonight. Do y'all remember that? So I think that officially means that even though Olivia trolls me on here, I did troll her back on that one thing. What do you all think in the chat? What do y'all think? Hang on, create a poll. Did I troll Olivia back in that moment? Yes or no? Let me know. I just did a poll topic. I just did a poll topic. Let me know what you all think. Did I troll Olivia? I remember that. Yes, yes. Did I troll Olivia back in that moment? Yes or no? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out here. 82% yes. Yes. 18%. 82%. Yes, yes. So I did, Olivia. I did get you back live on the air. I did get you back. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Let's get to the Q&A. Yeah, you did. And a lot of us were not happy with Olivia. That was funny. That was funny. It was all in good fun. All right. So here we go. The first question of the night. What are we going to do? I have my list, but I always like to do an introductory question. All right. So our first question of the night. All right. Hang on a second. I'm trying to think of a good one that'll. All right. What was the name of the captain who was on the ship that was closest to. Hey, what was the name of the captain who was on the ship, the Californian, that was closest to the Titanic and could have been able to help the Titanic? However, he didn't put 2 and 2 together and he didn't understand what was happening with the Titanic. What was the name of the captain on board the Californian? Ready, set, go. Stanley Lord. Henry got it. Good job, Henry. Stanley Lord, Captain Stanley Lord. Good job, good job. Maritime history, where you at, my friend? Henry, gotcha. Good job, Stanley Lord. Stanley Lord. All right. Here we go. This is going to be a tough one. This has to do with my Lusitania video. What company was quickly becoming the biggest threat to the Cunard Line in the early 1900s and was one of the biggest reasons why the Lusitania and Mauritania were built? Now, just to be clear, I'm referring to the company. I'm not referring to the German companies that built like NDL or the Hamburg American Line. What company formed in the early 1900s, like 1901, and then they began going around and purchasing other companies, and they were a major threat to the Cunard Line? What company was this? They purchased the White Star Line. Ready, set, go. Nope, nope, not White Star Line. It is not White Star Line. It is not White Star Line. Salk got it. International Mercantile Marine Company. Yep, the International Mercantile Marine Company. International. International Mercantile Marine Company. Good job. Good job. IMM. Yes, International Mercantile Marine Company. Good job. Good job. Good job. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because IMM owned the White. Well, they had a controlling interest in the White Star Line. So technically, IMM, if you believe it, and J.P. Morgan. Honestly, he was the real owner of the Titanic. Technically, technically, crazy stuff. Let's see here. Olivia 5, you are one of the best brothers of Rachel. You are entertaining. You're the best out. Olivia, come on. I knew I was suspicious that time. Olivia, thank you for the 5. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, and I think I just answered this question, but who was the head of IMM? Who was the head of IMM? Who was the head of IMM? Ready, set, go. Who was the head of the International Mercantile Marine Company? J.P. Morgan. Matthew got it. Good job, good job, good job. J.P. Morgan plays a big role in my Lusitania video that's about to come out. All right. Who can name all 4 of the big 4 ships from the White Star Line? So there was a fleet of ships known as the Big 4. Who can name all 4 of those ships? And you have to put all 4 ships' name in the chat to get the question right. Ready, set, go. Oh my gosh. Nope, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. Nope, that isn't it. That isn't it, Matthew. Nope. No, hang on. Let's see. Baltic, Adrian. Here we go. I see Dominic first. The Baltic, the Adriatic, the Celtic, and the Cedric. Good job. I see Dominic first. Cedric, Celtic. Yeah. Dominic, you were the first. The Baltic, the Adriatic, the Celtic, and the Cedric. Good job, Dominic. Baltic. The answer is Baltic, Adriatic, the Celtic, and the Cedric. Those are the big 4. Good job. Good job. Good job. And here we go. People are getting them. All right. With the Titanic's Marconi radio system, what was the Titanic's radio call sign? What was the Titanic's radio call sign with the Marconi radio? Ready, set, go. I'm waiting. I don't see nothing yet. Captain Mikey, MGY. Good job. MGY, good job. Very, very nice. Man, you guys know your stuff. It's like there's a delay, and then it's just like somebody opens up the floodgate and it just rushes through. All right. What caused the strange light illusion that helped hide the iceberg from view on the Titanic until the Titanic was right up on it and may have played a role in helping the Carpathia find the Titanic? What caused the strange light illusion that helped hide the iceberg from view on the Titanic until it was right up on it and may have helped the Carpathia find the Titanic? Ready, set, go. Nothing yet. Maritime history, there's your first one of the night. Cold water mirage. Cold water, boom, cold water mirage. Maritime history, you are the first. That's your first one of the night, my friend. Thank you so much, Maritime. Super, super appreciate you. All right. Who wrote the Titanic book, A Night to Remember? Who wrote the famous Titanic book, A Night to Remember? Ready, set, go. Walter Lohr, good job. Unique, hang on, who was it? Unique was taken. Walter Lohr, good job. Unique was taken, got it right. Good job. Man, this whole system, me typing go, is very helpful. But yes, Walter Lohr, good job. All right, this is the very last question of the night. Codename Crazy, you'll get there. You'll get a question, man. You'll get it crazy. You'll get a question, man. All right, here we go. This is the final question of the night. Are you all ready for this? This is the grand finale. One more question. Are you all ready? JG3 $2. Maritime said cold water mirage. Did he? Okay. Hey, thanks so much, JG3. Maritime, I got you. Final question of the night. Are you ready? Here we go. Here's the last question. What was the name I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. I completely did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose. That was me trolling back. I timed it exactly right, so it might sound like your audio messed up, but yeah. I tell you, see, Olivia, I control back. I control back. All right, here we go. Sam is trolling us. Edwardian liners didn't fall for it. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Olivia too. Wow, the stream. Ha ha, Olivia. Very funny. All right, everybody, calm down. Calm down in the chat. Calm down. All right, here we go. Last question of the night. What was the name of the shipyard where the Titanic was built? What was the name of the shipyard where the Titanic was built? Ready, set, go. Unique was taken. Harlan and Wolf. Unique was taken. Harlan and Wolf. Harlan and Wolf. Harlan and Wolf. There we go. There we go. Good job. All right. Unique was taken. Got that one. Y'all want one more? Y'all want a grand finale? Do y'all want a grand finale question before I sign off for the night? Do you all want a grand finale? Yes or no? All right. So this is one if y'all are regular watchers of my live stream, you've probably heard this one before. But this is a challenging one if you're new to it. And if you have heard this one before, I would like to ask you all to let somebody who hasn't answered it answer this question, because I'm sure we have a lot of new listeners here. All right. There were 3 people involved in the designing of the Olympic class of ocean liners. The Olympic class is the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic. There were 3 men who were primarily involved in designing these ships. I want the names of all 3 men who were responsible for helping design and build the Titanic and the Olympic class in one chat answer. So I need all 3 of these men in one answer for you to get the question right. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. So I'm sure you all know Thomas Andrews is one, but there's 2 others. There's 2 others. Ready, set, go. Unique was taken. Alexander Carlisle, Thomas Andrews, and William Peary. Good job. Good job. And a lot of you know, holy cow, a lot of you guys know Thomas Andrews, William Peary, Alexander Carlisle. Good job. Good job. Good job. Dang on. That's crazy. Listen, you all know your stuff and you all are incredibly smart. Like I've told you guys before, you guys think that you all learn stuff from my videos. Well, I learn just as much from interacting with you guys and talking to you guys. And you guys teach me just as much as you all learn from my videos. And all your support is the reason that I'm able to do this like I do now. So all of you, thank you so much. And these live streams are so much fun. I look forward to these so much every single week. JG35, before you go, Sam, Maritime said Coldwater Mirage. So it was technically, no, Coldwater Mirage is right. It was the Coldwater Mirage. Oh, Coldwater Night. Oh, I see. I see. All right. Nice, JG3. Titanic Lover 20. Buy an SS Great Eastern is right outside our house. Start running. Thanks, Titanic Lover. Thank you for the 20. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for all the support. The Lusitania video will be released tomorrow. And if you are a subscriber on my Patreon, you will see it pop up tonight. I'm going to make it available for them to watch as soon as I close out the live stream. So stand by for that. And I should release Lusitania Part 1 probably around 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for all the support. And I will see you all at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time next week. Same time as always. Olivia 5. Hey, bye, Sam. Message me on Discord and I'll prove you I am right. All right, Olivia. Thank you for the 5. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for all the support. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you so much for tuning in.